Aloha Capricorn, and welcome to your tarot reading for the week of May 25th through the 31st. We're going to go ahead and dive right in. If you want to get a personal reading or join us on Patreon, all that information is down in the description box below. But let's go ahead and get into this week's tarot reading. We're going to start with the overall vibe or theme for the week. We'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges. Then we'll see how we're going to overcome those obstacles, and then we'll shuffle for any extra messages that Universe and Spirit might have for you. We're going to start with a love oracle and a general oracle to kick off the overall vibe and theme for the week. So let's go ahead and see what's coming in or what's happening in terms of love, emotions, and connections this week for Capricorn. We're asking Universe, Spirit, and Tarot for any messages in love. We have two cards that came out. We will take both of them. We have It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. This is that card of saying you've created a sacred and safe space for yourself to open up emotionally when it comes to your friends, when it comes to your community, and maybe even your romantic relationships as well. It is safe for you to open up. It is safe for you to be your authentic self, and there is this sort of calling for you to pour into others and allow others to pour into you as well. And then we also have the honeymoon card. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This is the card of just having a really nice moment, allowing yourself to have a nice moment. I know sometimes all of you earth signs, I know sometimes it can be hard for us to detach from being in this sort of grounded reality of working and, showing up for the daily hustle, the daily grind. But this honeymoon card says, allow yourself the grace this week to just enjoy the time with your friends, with your family, in the life that you do work so hard to have. Let me go ahead and get a general oracle and kind of build on what the overall theme is for the week. We have that freedom card. This is such a great card. You are free to do what you choose. You ultimately have freedom this week to make some big decisions in your life or even small ones. This is just that reminder of you are free to write your story, to write your life the way that you want to see it. You are the main character of your life right now. And whatever you're feeling called into doing, allow yourself to do that this week. I really like the overall vibe and theme for the oracle cards. I do want to go ahead and see what we have coming in for the tarot deck. So let's go ahead and see what is the overall vibe for the tarot cards. We're starting off the tarot cards now. Queen of Cups, lovely energy. I think this week, you know who else had a similar sort of energy? It was Libra. No. Sagittarius, I believe. If you have Sagittarius in your chart, definitely go watch a Sagittarius reading. I feel like it was Sagittarius, where there's a lot of energy of we're not necessarily focusing too much on work and business this week. We're focusing a little bit more on matters of the heart, our emotional connections, our relationship with our friends, with our family, with our coworker, our communities, whatever it is. The Queen of Cups is really kind of doubling down on that because the Queen of Cups is this energy of being very emotionally balanced, emotionally mature, and really sitting in a place of compassion. It feels like there's a lot of compassion that you're not only giving to other people this week, but also to yourself. If you have water in your chart, I would definitely go and watch your water sign reading for the week as well, because this is the water elemental queen. For some of you, though, the overall theme for the week, like I said, is really stepping away from matters of the daily hustle, the daily grind, and allowing yourself to just have a nice week, enjoying the bliss of holiday, enjoying the bliss of the summer season being around the corner. This is the first official week of Gemini season, which is kind of nice because we've shifted out of that earthy energy of Taurus season. Now we are moving into a time of air energy. It's going to be summer. It's all about having a good time, connecting with the people that you care about. Let's go ahead and see what sort of potential obstacle or challenge you might deal with this week. We're looking for any potential obstacle or challenge for Capricorn this week. We have two. We have the Eight of Cups, walking away from something that's not serving you any further. Ten of Wands in the reversal. I feel like more than likely for a lot of you, the Eight of Cups is going to be walking away from a way of thinking. And this way of thinking is probably carrying the burdens or the heaviness or carrying a bunch of responsibility that you feel you need to carry on a day-to-day basis. The Ten of Wands in the upright is really representing going from one season in our life into a new one. But there could be some baggage or some heaviness or something that we're carrying from the previous season. I feel like for some of you, the Eight of Cups is a little bit different than like the Five of Cups. The Eight of Cups is like, yeah, we need to walk away from something or release something that's not serving us anymore, but it doesn't feel like it was heartbreaking. It doesn't feel like it was a complete disappointment or a complete loss. This feels like, there might be this energy of, I know that I overwork. I need to switch that up. I need to walk away from that way of thinking or that way of living. This Ten of Wands in reversal is like the burdens that you have been carrying or the heaviness or the lingering energies that you have been carrying from this previous chapter. This is a perfect week to really reflect on them and release them, because you're being asked to really come into a time of your emotions and fulfilling your own cups. Again, I feel like this week is all about you taking a step back from what needs to be done, right? The to-do list, and more into how you feel about things. Allowing yourself to see that you have the freedom to make these decisions, to walk away from old ways of thinking, of old habits, of old routines, of old relationships, or even projects, right? And really allow yourself to release any lingering energy from that way of thinking. Let me go ahead and see how you're going to overcome that, because the potential obstacle or challenge here is having a hard time allowing yourself to walk away, to change the routine, change the habit, break the chain. You have the Strength card. That's how we're going to overcome it. Pull from our inner strength and know that we can move forward, and we can allow ourselves to take a break from the hustle, that we can take a break from the job, from the project, from the grind, okay? Like I said, I think, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to be able to word this for your title of this video, because it feels very much like you are being called to shift gears into you this week, allowing yourself to open up for love, for happiness, for fulfillment. I think for some of you, maybe you've been working really hard on building out your business, building out your projects. Maybe you're working on your home, whatever it is. You've been putting a lot of hard work in all these other areas of your life. That maybe we just need to give ourselves that sort of little permission or that green light to also feel good, right? Without having to work so hard. You don't have to work so hard to feel good. You could take a moment and just allow your relationships in your life to really lift you up, okay? So pull from that inner strength this week and allow yourself to walk away from anything that feels draining, anything that is not in alignment with fulfilling. I think if there's anything in your life that is taking more from your cups than fulfilling them, this is a good week to get rid of that. Let's go ahead and get any extra messages that Universe and Spirit have for you. Any extra messages for this week? We have Page of Cups, Knight of Swords in reverse. So you had a lot of bonus cards coming out this week. I feel like I feel like for some of you there's a lot of overthinking, okay? And that would make sense with the Knight of Swords being in reversal. It's like slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit. This week is slow down and feel. This is a week for emotions. This is a week for feeling things. We're not rushing. We're not having any sort of intense conversations. We're not sending a text message without thinking things through first. This is a very much like slow down this week. Remember who you are. You have grown, evolved, and changed since the beginning of the year. And it's really important for you to go in and ask yourself, who are you now? Capricorn, who are you now? What do you want? What are those relationships in your life that make you feel safe, that make you feel happy? What are those sort of decisions that you want to make with the freedom that you have right now? How are you going to be able to pull from your inner strength and walk away from the things that are no longer serving you? How are you going to release those burdens this week? And are you being compassionate and gentle with yourself or just with everyone else? Are you showing up for everyone else as the Queen of Cups and not necessarily for you? This is your week to slow down, lean into your emotions, lean into your feelings, and know that it is safe for you to do so. You may have been hurt in the past when you opened up, but it's not going to be that way this week, okay? Nice messages overall for this first official week of Gemini season. We're so close to getting into that summer season. Allow yourself to do a little bit of that inventory now, step into your feelings, and enjoy the holiday time. I know it's not necessarily a holiday, but this honeymoon says enjoy your time as if it were a holiday, okay? If you're still here watching this video, consider liking it, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you so much for being here. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can always find me at themagicsiren.com. If you want to join us over on Patreon, that is down below. And also check out our weekly podcast, The Siren Circle. That's all down in the description box below as well. I am tripping over my words today, so I'm going to let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again next week. Aloha.